Hashem runs the world. Lechatchila. Hashem, if you have eyes of Ashgocha Protis, you see everything is lechatchila. If your eyes of it doesn't work.
It's the same piece as yesterday?
More, this is only in the beginning. Here, this. Yesterday here,
Yeah.
Now I want to talk a different point. Emphasize.
אבל אני לא, למה אתה קופץ ממקום למקום?
I קופץ, I do one piece.
אבל אם piece, so why isn't, he writes it straight, why doesn't he jump?
Listen, I already learned this already. I learned it, and I review it, I go back, I go forth. I have to explain something. I have to explain something. This piece, listen, a good question. Our job, I want to tell you something very important. Listen, what is the difference than Saba Kelem than other books? I met the Mashgiach, Aburi Weisbu, famous Mashgiach in I asked him, what do you think about Saba Kelem? If you could, he said, Saba Kelem, you cannot talk to people about it. It's not for the people, because it's Lamaise. Because it's Lamaise. It's not Chochmah, it's Lamaise. You know what I mean?
Oh,
this is what he says. It's Lamaise. So we made it is. Lamaise is everything. It's not a sefer of. I can show you a lot of books, a lot of Chochmas in it. But here is not I get a lot of ideas, a lot of Chochmas, a lot of this. He is not the Chochmah here. He is Lamaise. So Lamaise is, we spent almost a month, one word of the Saba Kelem. If you're not Sameach Bechelko, you lose this world and that world. Ain't no two, not this one, that's one. 1 month you work at it. Abu Chazal, I went back and forth on this Chazal. And he says, you lose Shtei Alamin. You want to have this one, the second one.
So when he says the words, he has the whole book on the back of it?
First thing, when he passed away, what they said, what was the hesped on Saba Kelem when he passed away? What was the first thing they said on him? Inushas. They didn't say about Mussar. What the Gedolim said about him? Inushas. Not about Mussar, but the Inushas. He's a Shas Yid. He says a Jew that knew Shas. Second thing is, the Saba Kelem lived like the Goy Vilna. He's the same state of the Goy Vilna. What it means? No. First thing is, he was like a Goy Vilna. What is the Goy Vilna? He had 8 hours and 8 hours. It's 16 hours a day he learned. He made 8 hours without stop. 8 hours without stop every day.
16?
No. He had
what about
8.
davening? What about
eating? He slept almost 2 hours a night. He ate 8 hours. 8 hours every day. He had Seder, 8 hours, no stop. 8 hours, no stop, every day.
8 and 8 is 16.
And the rest is eating and davening.
Sheva. I mean 8, 8 and 8.
No, 8.
8, 2, 8.
Sheva.
2, 8. He had 8.
But 24 hours is 8.
16.
16 was that learning.
7 hours left.
16 the learning, the rest is eating and davening.
And doing chesed.
Oh no, I don't know the rules, but this is. But they're trying to tell you, he lived like the Goy Vilna. You know that means like 16 hours a day, every day. And it was this rich guy came. He said, I can talk to Emil and say that I'm a rich guy, support the Yeshiva. I can bother Emil learning. So now, yes, we need him. So I could support him. Yes, very good. 20 times. So he says here, see, I can talk to Saba Kelem learning. So the student said, listen, if he's starting in time, when he goes in, he cannot talk to him. He said, no, I'm talking to the boy. He said, go in before he goes in. Okay, it came his time. He went in, and he talked to him. And he came in, and then he got into his room, and then backing the door, he's like, I want to talk to the Saba Kelem. banging and banging. Doesn't stop. He's still learning. Almost broke the door, didn't stop. So the student, the chavusa, had a chavusa, stopped. He says, "Who's banging so hard?" This guy. He continued, he didn't even pay attention, stop for him. Why show you? He had this story, strong story. And this is only mixed.
Maybe it was a pikuach nefesh.
Listen, this is the rules they
Maybe
have.
he's not balanced. Maybe he has a child that needs him.
Listen to me.
Trying to learn,
He checked.
not criticize.
He checked. He saw he's rich. He looked in the hole. He's rich. He left him alone. And I'll tell you even more. When Yeshiva Smi Yeshiva, when they moved from Europe and all Shanghai and all Europe, the Mashgiach Cheskel Levenstein, every night, he didn't know where to go. The Sami Kelem came to him in a dream and he told him where to go, where the yeshiva has to run, where the yeshiva has to run. So the Sami Kelem saved the yeshiva Smi. He used to come every night. And his famous story is that the Sami Kelem, the Cheskel said one way and the student said another way, but he had a dream, he says, and always he was right. The Sami Kelem came to him in the dream, he says to him, stay, go back. He used to tell him how to save in the war. He says one day, go back.
He was alive or after he died?
After he died.
He died in a dream.
And a dream, he used to come to him after the dream. And he used to tell him,
You don't hear these stories.
he came to him in a dream and he used to tell him how the Yeshiva Smi has to go. You can tell me what you want to say.
How many people are in that
position at that stage, at that level. They're not big people. They're big giants of the giants. There's only big people. Yeah, but you see,
He wrote one sefer?
what? He only wrote the Mussar Sefer.
It's on all of Chumash.
Chumash. Not Chumash. Chumash is only, it's not London. He has a Mamorim.
Yeah, I'll give it.
Chumash was not on the Chumash. Chumash is what his student wrote.
Oh, that's the student wrote?
No, not he. The student wrote his Mamorim from he took the Mamorim from him. But he made it on the side of the Chumash. But really he did Mamorim. It's called Mamorim. But what's Shaz is a student wrote. And a student wrote, give people. Give people. So the point is, you're talking about, listen, I say more. Saba Kelem, I'm sorry, Cheskel Levenstein from one Mussar Shmuas of a Sami Kelem made his own change. That made all this turn. And the Sami Sabotka. Saba Sabotka. All his Mussar came from Sami Kelem. All the Mussar that Sami Kelem Sabotka, the Mussar is from what? Shema Yosef? Came from what?
Well, he was his Rabbi, but he...
His Rabbi, a couple of Mussar Shmuas he heard from him change his life. They asked the Chofetz Chaim, what made the Chofetz Chaim? Why he wrote the Mishnah Berurah? You know why? He says the story. Rabbi Salante came to the village at that time in Nadin, in that place he was. And Rabbi Salante said he gave him Mussar Shmuas that after Am Yisrael has to write Sefer and Halacha and the Maisa. So the Chofetz Chaim took on himself. It took 25 years he did it. 25 years. And then he finished. He wrote it. So after 25 years he meets the Sami Sabotka. So they meet Sami Sabotka and...
I'm mixing between the Saba Kelem. You heard the Saba Kelem?
Who?
Chofetz Chaim.
Chofetz Chaim heard Rabbi Salante. And And the story goes like this: Sami Sabotka, he met the Chofetz Chaim after 25 years, and he says to the Chofetz Chaim, "Look what you did. You made the Mishtabu after 25 years. We both talmidim of the Mussar. Chofetz Chaim was a Mussar. You learned he got the Mussar from Mussar Salanta.
The Chofetz Chaim got from.
He won Mussar Shavuos of Mussar Salanta because he won the Mishtabu for one Mussar Shavuos.
Okay, got it.
So he asked him. He said the Sami Sabotka says to the Chofetz Chaim, look what you did. Look what you did. You won the Mishtabu. What Chofetz Chaim said to Sami Sabotka? Look what you did. You built people. I wrote the Mishtabu, but you built people. You made Talmid. You made Talmid and Talmid Chacham. You made. So I did this. You did that. We both different. We both worked on ourselves. He built Talmid Chacham. What?
So the Saba, he heard a shmuz from the Saba Mikel. Chofetz Chaim heard a shmuz from Saba Mikel.
No, Chofetz Chaim heard from the Rabbi Salanta. And then Rabbi the Sami Sabotka met Chofetz Chaim after 25 years. Years after Salanta died, after 2.5 years. You understand the difference of Salanta and Sami Kelem. It was not so much the difference years. It was the difference.
Saba Kelem was a Talmud of Rabbi.
But the difference of years of life, they're not so much big difference. The years, they're not,
when they were alive.
Yes, they're not they're not old like children at 20 years and then not 40 years difference. Not so many years difference. But you weren't trying to do the Mussar Asker. The big people. Big people. No, I can tell you one thing. You can read a lot of Mussar books.
Rabbi Shlomo was the Rebbe of the Rashal.
Oh yes.
Who is the Rashal? Who is the Rashal?
Rashal is Sami Kelem.
You have Saba Mislabotka and you have Saba Mikel.
You have Sami Sabotka, you have Sami Kelem, and you have Sami Novardok, and you had Rav Lapidus, Divrei Emes, also Tabir Yisrael Salanta. You have the Chover, the friend of Yisrael Salanta, is the Divrei Yoshua.
So, and all of them were Talmidim of Yisrael.
All the Talmidim.
Saba Mikel and Novardok was the Talmud of Yisrael.
Sami Sabotka was, I don't know if it was
So he's a Talmud of
Rabbi Sami Kelem.
Of Saba Kelem.
He was not a Talmud of Salanta, but
Rabbi Kelem was a Talmud of
Rabbi Sabotka is a Talmud of Kelem.
Right, of Kelem, and the Saba Kelem
So was a Talmud
of Rabbi Yitzchak Salant.
Right.
Who?
Rabbi Yitzchak Salant was the Rebbe, and the Talmud Rabbi
Sami Kelem.
Kelem was a Talmud of Rabbi Yitzchak Salant.
And he had a Talmud named Sami Sabotka. Now these all these.
Kelem was the Talmud of Salam.
Yes.
And Slabotka was the Talmud of Kelem.
Right. He only he told me. Jeremy Fenster wanted the name of the big Balamus, I forget his name. He says, every mama, listen to this, Yosef. Every mama of a Sami Kelem, you can build a yeshiva on one mama.
Wow.
Again, every mama, I can tell you clearly because I've been dealing with somebody 6 years and giving every day. Every mama of Yisrael Salam, of Sami Kelem, you can build a yeshiva and only on that mama. We know that this mama, you can work on it all your life on one mama. All your life you can work on it. Every mama is a life work. You can build a yeshiva on it, you can talmidim on it, and work on it. Every mama is a...
You build the yeshiva, you teach that, you just teach that.
According to that system.
That system, what is in that piece.
In that piece. And you can teach and you work on it. And you're talmidim according to that mama. What do you think? Sami Sabotki took 3-4 mamarim of Sami Kelem. 3. He says about 3. And he built all the Sabotka. All the Sabotka is only 3-4 mamarim. Not more than that. 3 or 2 or 3. Not more than that. With the Sami Kelem, 3 Ma'amorim of his build up all Sabbatka. Because not everything talks about God. There's so many other parts in it. So many. It was Sami Kelem is giants of the giants. The only to work on our generation. I'm going to tell you something. To work on Samach Bechelkoi. Our generation is a double. We learned this week, last week. If not Samach Chilus, that you have to work on it. So many work, it's so much avodah. No end. No end avodah of years of work. Now comes the Chagim. So many parts of it is, and he says clearly, Samach Bechelkoi needs emunah. He says clearly in the same piece here. He says clearly. On page, he says here, if the guy doesn't have the chukah to go the ways of Hashem, must be he doesn't understand who is Hashem. He doesn't understand the Hashgoch of Hashem. He doesn't know the goodness of Hashem. Because he doesn't have the desire to go it. And when it's missing, emunah and Hashgoch. I mean, a guy doesn't go the ways of Hashem, must be he doesn't have emunah and Hashgoch. He's missing emunah and Hashgoch. Yes. Yeah. So we have a lot of, I want to talk about it again, we talked yesterday. I want to go over it again. There's only that I talked about in general, because we talked about, listen to me, if you read a lot of Mussar books, we saw Sami Kelem is every letter is meduyok. Every letter, every word of it. It's not stop the Rabbi liked the book. Not stop, my father liked this. He told me, I heard from the Rabbi himself. I heard the Rabbi says, when I was learning the Sami Kelem, he says, can you read it after, I myself, Rabbi said himself, I have to read it 5 times. After I worked hard one time, I have to do it again one time, and again, after 5 times I get the shot. Rabbi said himself, you think it the first time you get it, I can tell you clearly, I'm learning this piece about a month. You can go again, and again, and I teach it again, and again, and this is miktsas, the miktsas of the food. There's so much into it. Is a world, every piece. The world, every piece. But we do one point. I want to do it now, but prepare us for Chag Pesach. So I want to take the Rambam, made a copy of the Rambam. Copy of the Rambam. And I want to emphasize the Rambam. According to the Mussar, it's like Kelem we learn. I want to go according to this. Shiva Semech, I'm reading inside the Rambam inside. This is the Rambam. Shivas Yemei Pesach. 7 days of Pesach. Shkoyach B'yom Yitevtikid is the Rambam. Shkoyach. Shivas Yemei HaPesach. Shmona Yemei Chag is Sukkos. Shah Yomim Tovim Kulam Asurim Be'es V'Tainis. All the 7 days of Pesach. 8 days of Sukkos. And all Shah Golim means to say Yom Dusheni, talking about the Shavuos. All of them, now I do Esped and Tainis. This is, now I talk about, now, Chayov Odom, someone is obligated, Liyot Someach V'Tov Lev. You have to be happy, and the Tov Lev. So what is Tov Lev? I brought you the Goyim, means, what does Tov Lev mean? Sameach Bechalkot. And you saw the Goyim Mefurosh, what does Tov Lev mean? Sameach Bechalkot. Who has to, again, you have to be happy, and Besameach and Tov Lev, you have to be Sameach Bechalkot. Who? Himself, Bonov, his children, Ishto, his wife, Ubena, his grandchildren, V'chol HaNivim, everybody is surrounding him. Shenemar, V'samachta V'chagecha. Samachta Chag goes also on Pesach, it goes on Sukkos, it goes on all the Chagim. V'hava Pisha, a simcha more can he korban shlomi. Even the simcha here is korban shlomi. כמו שאנו מבואי ביחס חגיגה, יחס בחגיגה. יש בכלל לא יש שמחה לשמחו בנו ובני ישראל כל הרוח. כל אחד, our royal, everyone has to be according to his royal. So what it says that
According to what?
everyone is what he needs. Everyone has to be happy according to his what he needs. Everyone like has to be. And what is different? Ketzah. Now it tells you how. Ketzah. Ktanim, children, noitenem kloyes egoizim and children, you have to give them types of foods, types of egozim, and cakes. And Nevin says also candies, all that stuff, things that talk to children, not dafkas, all things that make the children happy. Noshim, woman, korilem begod, has to buy them clothes. V'tachshitim, two things. Noin kifim has to be clothes. Tachshitim is truly according to the money that he has. It has to be noim. What does noim mean? Noim. What does noim mean? Pleasing. No, it has to be pleasing.
Pleasing to her.
Kifi mamonai, according to his money. Anoshim, man. Oichlim boso, shoitim, yain. Shein simcha ela baboso, vein simcha ela beyain. So how Anoshim does, Ruben? What they do? Boso? Now. Kushoiche v'shoite, when he eats and drinks, chayov la'achili, he has to feed the convert, he has to give the convert people, Yesoimim, people, father, children, Amona, all that name, Amlonim. Aval Misha Noel Beis, the altar is he closes doors, Voiche Beshoite, and he eats and he drinks, who Ubana Vishtameinu Machilani Mashkenim, he eats himself, he doesn't give the poor people. People, the best people. This is happiness of the stomach. This terrible apostle. It's a big curse if you don't have this thing. So what do you learn from here? Here, when we have here double vifucha, we have here the pasuk about Zdoim. Zdoim had everything what they need. They had lechem, Saba, him, the children, but they didn't give for people. Lo yad aoni lo yachziko. Here, Hashem tells us when you're happy and you have everything what you need, what you have to do, help poor people. Help them convert. People have to convert geirim. You have to have the geirim. You have to help them. Yosef, you have no parents. Almono, widow. All people. You have to help not only for yourself. Don't close the door. You have to help all these type of people. So here is it teaches you a big yesod. When you feel satisfied, you feel good about yourself. Like we say, Savea, Hashem wants you to give. The first thing you have to be happy yourself. If you're not happy, you have to be firstly happy. But when you're happy yourself, what you have to do? Give. Your job is to give. Your job is to give, not be happy and keep it to yourself and close the door and this is it. Your job is to what? To give others. You have to give others. You have to give others. Don't close your door, give others. This is the concept. To imitate Hashem. So you look at Saba Kelem says here. You have to imitate Hashem. Hashem gives to you. You have to give like Hashem. You have to imitate Hashem. Ma'ahu afata. The same thing. Nidamot Hashem. You have to imitate Hashem. You have to be a person that gives. Not only receive, you have to be a giver. To know how to give. Here we talk about happiness. Say, I'm happy. Everything is okay. No. Everything's okay, you have to give. Smiling, happy, you have to give. Well, you can give. You learn something, you can learn it. You have to smile to people. If you have money, you give money. If no money, you smile, say a good word. Not everyone what he has to give. Say a Dvar Torah, say people, but everyone has to be his what we have to give. Cannot be you satisfied for myself. There's not the way. You have to satisfy and give. The nature you have to give.
It's
What do you say?
that apparently, if he is saying that if you don't give, you're not mekayem simchas mitzvah.
Right.
You're not mekayem the simchas achad. It's not simchas achad because you're not helping others.
But it says missing in your own simcha. But that's next step. First thing is, let's say you're happy. And you don't give, you think you're happy. You're not happy. But I don't want to get to that step. The first step is what?
It's rolling.
I know that, but next step. First thing is, you have to give. Now he said, first happy yourself. You have to be happy yourself. You have to be happy yourself. Then you have to give. It's very important in halacha. First you have to be happy yourself. Your children have to be happy. Chayov liyoy someach v'toiv leiv. Beginning halacha Yud Zayin. What halacha says? Chayov odom liyoy someach v'toiv leiv. Hu v'onav ishto. You have to be happy. Then he says, when you eat, you have to give others. If not, it's missing. But you have to be happy yourself. If you're not happy yourself, you're not starting the ball game.
Yeah, but it's connected anyway.
It's definitely is connected. Because if you don't give, it's missing in yourself and then. It's missing yourself.
He's saying that it's simchas kreisel.
I know, but you can't.
So you're not happy with your children and your wife because I am happy. No, it's simchas kreisel.
You think you're happy.
Right.
You think you're happy in a dream world. You think you're happy.
The first step is connected with the other steps. If you don't give, if you don't have the intention to give to others, even though that you want to be sameach, you won't reach that level because you just want to stay with your family and your children and not give to others.
Says only it's not simcha, but not simcha shemitzvah.
It's not simcha mitzvah.
You have to simcha. If you're only happy yourself, you're not give. Says only yourself, your stomach. Is not simcha shemitzvah. You have to give. To give is simcha shemitzvah, and there's a mitzvah to be happy. The samachta b'chagecha is the mitzvah. You're the mitzvah. Samachta b'chagecha is the mitzvah.
Your family, to your wife and your children also is giving. What's the difference?
No.
When you give to your wife and your children, also it's bringing you happiness. It's a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah. I give in my family.
The chiddush is here. According to the Rambam, it's not enough.
No,
Not enough. And not enough.
I mean,
Not enough.
It's a question.
It's not enough. It's not enough. Temple, you see from the Rambam, is not enough. You have to give others.
Because it's natural to give your family.
Yes, the Teva.
So you need gifts.
Like we're Hasidah. Why Hasidah is not kosher? Hasidah.
It's a chesed imei atzma.
Hasidah is a type of fish, a type of type of chicken, a type of Hasidah, and the cook, and she does chesed only for the family and the family and our friends. Says in the Gemara, says in the Chazara, she brings it. But he only does chesed for the family. She doesn't give others. She's not kosher. Why? She only thinks about herself and not others. Only the family. So only the family. Only my family. 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 But the answer, you're not kosher. It's not. You're not kosher. At the end of the game, you're not kosher. It tells you you're not kosher because kosher is others.